Hi, everyone. This is Katrina Stanley, and welcome to Every New Beginning. What's next? We all face new beginnings. Some new beginnings we plan for. They come with excitement, adventure, graduating high school, a new job, a wedding, or moving to another city. Asking the question, what's next, brings anticipation and excitement. But not every new beginning comes announced. Most new beginnings arrive because of an ending that was not planned or wanted. They come after failure, loss, disappointment, and realizing nothing will ever be the same again. Asking the question, what's next, takes on a whole new meaning, and taking that step of faith to the unknown can be difficult and confusing. When the realization sets in that nothing in your toolbox has prepared you for releasing everything you built your life on, the trust you relied on, a friendship you thought would last a lifetime, the marriage you thought would last forever, or the career you thought would take you into retirement, a new level of unsettling happens. Becoming beginners again can leave us feeling vulnerable. The fear of not knowing can be unbearable. We want guarantees. We want stability. But what we really need is closure. Every new beginning is about finding the courage to face another day of not knowing what you will face. It's about starting over again when you don't feel ready. It's the courage to take one more step in realizing some changes need to happen from within. And this can be scary. Grief can occur when experiencing loss, and so give yourself permission to grieve and still look ahead. Give yourself permission to take one step at a time. Learn to trust the process of transformation. Some time ago, I worked for a corporation through which I spent many years working my way up the ladder, developing, learning, and eventually I owned my own business. To some, this came as a great surprise, which just made me smile. At that point in my life, I had already discovered the pain of growing up and growing into the place that I currently maintain. The years came and went. There's one steady philosophy in business. To some extent, it must evolve to keep up with the competition. So for the most part, I weathered those changes. Life was good. Then came the gut-thrusting punch. The market shifted completely. Corporate America shifted away from the small business to the luxury of corporations. Expectations changed, necessity changed, taxes went up, and profits went down. Employees waxed and waned, and the stability became a dream of yesteryear. I found myself facing the decision I thought I would never make. For the first time in nearly 20 years, I faced shutting down my business. When the realities began to slap me in the face. I was a single parent. I'd never done anything else in my adult life. Employment prospects would not be so readily available to me. The lies of defeat began to flood my mind, and I held on as long as I could. But on that last day, in a decision that took less than a minute to make, I made the call to end it all. And I walked away. I lost everything. The immediate release was quick and final. The enduring release, that took a little longer. To date myself, Microsoft Windows had just hit the market, and to the general public for personal use for a business that promised a computer in every business and every home, I knew nothing about computers. So I realized before I could move forward, I had to go back to school. Having been out of school for 20 years, I faced being the older generation. It seems there was one crushing blow after another, and it didn't show signs of slowing. I was nervous. Historically, I was a good student. But this was asking something of me I had not experienced in a long time. And on top of that, as unsure of myself as I felt, there was no shortage of long stares from the younger generation. After a few classes, I found I wasn't the only one going back to school. And to my relief, the instructors were all very encouraging. As time went on, being a single mom on an extremely limited budget proved to be more than just plain hard. Trying to explain to my daughter that I couldn't afford to take her to get an ice cream cone made both of us cry, especially after having had the financial ability to buy her a lot of things that she wanted. This was a very difficult time, and believe me, asking for help from strangers was not something I thought I would ever have to face, much less endure. It's a very humbling experience. Along with making me feel worthless, I was so concerned about what my daughter would see in me. That every day I had to make the decision to wake up and face my new beginning. Every day I had to decide I could make something new of myself and my life, and I was worth fighting for. Every day I faced again and again, telling myself, this too shall pass. Just don't give up. One day, everything will be better. Eventually, with each success in class, the steps became a little easier. Step by step, my confidence grew. I discovered, after blowing out the cobwebs of the recesses of my mind, I had not lost my abilities to succeed when I put my mind to it. In fact, I discovered I was not only succeeding, I was excelling. With other classmates and in academics, I became a leader. I was elected president of an esteemed national academic society. I discovered my leadership skills and other knowledge did not grow obsolete just because I had to start over. In fact, not only were they present, but they expanded with a new application of new people and new information. Then it finally happened. I had finished all my classes and got ready for the final runway, graduation. Each year, the college had an awards dinner celebration. I was awarded Outstanding Student of the Business Department. And I was also awarded Outstanding Student of my graduating class. To say that I was speechless was an understatement. What started out feeling like the end of the world for me ended up with me achieving top-level success in my college experience. This paved the way for a good, stable job and better than expected salary. The process of becoming takes time. Don't rush the outcome, or you will produce unripe fruit. When we have the faith to go forward, adversity will give way to a wiser and stronger you. What may feel like disaster now will one day prove you to be a better you than you could have ever imagined. Every new beginning, a light shines. So smile. This ending could have become your very best new beginning, far better than you could have ever imagined.